Welcome to U.S. College Experts Office Hours, everyone. My name is Ayo Oseni, and I am your college admissions strategist. I partner with students and families to help them to successfully navigate through the stressful, oftentimes confusing, and overwhelming college admissions process so that students can get into their top choice colleges. Our office hours is a platform that allows me to connect to anyone who needs help with college admissions. It's a forum where you can ask your questions and I can answer them. We broadcast live from the U.S. College Experts Facebook page every second and fourth Thursday of the month at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Are you watching this broadcast after we've actually finished? Feel free to leave your questions in the comments box below. I would like to hear from you as well. So today I will share 6 things that students and families should do as those acceptance offers starts rolling in. So let's just jump in. Please share with your network, tag your friends. If you have any questions that come up during the course of this office hours, if you're watching live, feel free to leave them in the comments section. I will definitely respond to them at the end of the broadcast. Okay, so again, 6 things that students and families should do as acceptance letters start rolling in. So first of all, I want to say a big congratulations to all the high school seniors, or also known as 12th graders, who are waiting or have already started receiving admissions offers. These are exciting times. All the work you've done in high school is basically almost done. However, there is still more work to be done, so you cannot take this time to relax, okay? So my first tip for you students is to check your email and your mailbox on a regular basis. College oftentimes will correspond with you once your application has been submitted. Sometimes the correspondence might be just automated emails, and sometimes it might actually be an actual admissions rep from the school reaching out to you. Sometimes it might by phone, sometimes it can be by email, to ask you questions about your application. So you want to make sure that you're checking your emails on a constant basis. You may also be provided with access to the college's online portal by email so that you can monitor the status of your application. Now, when you receive an email inviting you to the online portal, make sure to confirm that they've received all your application requirements. Also make sure to confirm that all your details are also correct as well. This is the key, because sometimes, and it's not all the times, but it can happen, students send their documentations to their school of choice. However, the admissions office, for whatever reason, does not get it. So you want to make sure that you're following up and making sure that all the requirements for your application are reaching the school. Also, the reason I really like the online portal for many schools is the fact that the online portal can be used to notify you of your admission status. So you can find out if you're accepted, you can find out if you're denied, if that comes, unfortunately, and also if you're waitlisted, all through the online application portal. And so and typically when that happens, they still also send follow-up letters, official follow-up letters by mail, but you'll get that status instantly once you log in. So you definitely want to take advantage of having that access to that online portal, and if that school offers it or that university offers it. So point number 2, as those acceptance offers start coming in, don't rush to make a decision. For most schools, you have until May 1st, and this is not the case for all schools. May 1st is the national date, but some schools have later deadlines than this. So you have until May 1st, or whenever the school tells you their deadline is, to provide them a response. So take your time to really do any additional research before you make that final decision, especially if you're caught between 2 different schools. So make sure to review all the documentation that is sent to you from the university. So this documentation might include some things of as simple as how to accept your admissions. Sometimes the documentation might be by in the mail, and you have to actually mail them something back with your signature. Sometimes the acceptance has to be online. Sometimes you have to pay a deposit. The documentation that you receive will tell you how much that deposit is and what deadline that is. Also, it might include your housing information. So you want to make sure you're looking through that documentation. Don't just look at the offer letter or the acceptance letter and get so excited and throw everything else away. That package has very important information that you need to review. It also might include any required programs that you must attend as an incoming freshman. And then also any other deadlines, such as a financial aid deadline and, like I said, acceptance of your offer. So make sure that you read that documentation. So point number 3 is review and compare. And I actually think this is probably the most critical of all the tips I'm giving tonight. So review and compare your financial aid package carefully and review your out-of-pocket costs and the offerings within that package. And then also compare that with the different schools you've been accepted into. And so I always try to put a disclaimer out there, especially for my students that I work with, that they shouldn't be deceived by the final cost on the financial aid package. The cost may appear lower, especially when you're comparing schools to schools, but carefully inspect the details of that financial aid package. So you want to look at the amount of loans that they're offering you. Does one school offer you more amounts in loans than the other? And most people don't want to take out loans, and if you can avoid it, you want to make sure that you're going with the school that offers the better package with less loans, if that's the case. Also, you want to look at whether your financial aid package includes Parent Plus loans. Now, people ask me, well, Aya, what's Parent Plus loans? So Parent Plus loans is a loan that's actually tied to the parent and can be used to offset any gaps in the cost of attendance or attending the school. However, the most important thing about the Parent Plus loan, it's not a loan that's tied to the student. It's a loan that's tied to the parent. It's tied to the parent's credit, and guess what? The parent is responsible for paying. So you want to make sure that you're really, really reviewing that application, that financial aid application. Also, look at the grants that are being offered by the school. Does one university offer you more grants? So basically, grants are money that they're freely given and you don't have to pay back. That's the simple way of putting it. You have to inquire why more grants are being offered in one school's package versus the other. But still, you want to do your research to determine why that might be, and that might lead you to reaching out to the school's financial aid office. So make sure that you're reviewing that information. And if you find that the university that you really, really, really want to go to isn't giving you as much as another school you were accepted into, then my recommendation for you is to reach out to the financial aid office at the school that you really want to go to and let them know that you received a better package. Now, this evaluation at the school that you really want to go to of your financial aid offer, there might be different protocols, so you have to reach out to each school to understand what their requirements are. However, I've seen it that they've matched packages. I've seen it where they've added more money to the package, and then I've also seen it where they didn't make any changes. So it is very important to ask. Very important to ask. If you don't ask, then you don't know what can change. So make sure you reach out to that financial aid office and ask what they can do for you. Also, another big mistake that I noticed that a lot of my students do is that they look at that acceptance letter, and typically those acceptance letters include a scholarship amount. And that's an institutional scholarship that they might be receiving. So maybe like a presidential scholarship or any type of scholarship for maybe leadership or what have you that the school itself is offering. So you have to, before you get too excited, you have to understand how that scholarship relates to your overall financial aid package. as I'm talking about scholarship, what comes to mind that I just really want to address really quick is that no matter the scholarship, whether it's from a university, whether it's a private organization or an individual, you want to understand if you are required to reapply for that scholarship each year, or if it's a scholarship that's automatically renewed. And excuse me, you want to understand what the requirements are so that you can keep the scholarship from year to year if it's a renewable scholarship. So let me back up. Some scholarships are renewable in the sense that, you know, it's from year to year. So maybe you were given that scholarship and it has a duration of 4 years. You get it every 4 years. It might be automatically renewed, or you might have to do some things to maybe fill out some documentations. You might have to reapply. It varies per scholarship, so you have to make sure you look at those details. So some details might be to keep the scholarship. If there are requirements, it might be tied to your GPA. It also might be tied to your major, and there's several different criteria, but like I said, every scholarship is different, but you want to make sure that you are looking at those criteria that you need to meet each year. Okay, and I've also seen it where a student gets really excited and doesn't really do a good job at comparing the offers or the scholarship offers from school to school, and they go with the school obviously that has the most scholarship, but they didn't really do the research on whether they could really afford the school. Number one, if they could really afford the school without the scholarship, and then they didn't understand the requirements of keeping that scholarship and maintaining the requirements. So make sure you read and understand the requirements, please. Okay, so point number 4 for you tonight is research the college you have been accepted into. And then especially for those students who are kind of going back and forth between one or two or a couple of options as to where to commit, you want to use the opportunity to research to narrow down your options to eventually make your final decision. Okay, so you can do that by going to the school's website, revisiting it one more time, maybe also the website with the website for your major. I also encourage doing college visits one last time before you make your decision. If you're not able to, hopefully you're able to get to the school, but if you're not, virtual tours are an option. Overnight visits where you're actually able to spend the night at the school. Typically it's a whole day. You might follow a student to class, or it might be tied to an event that the school is offering, and then you stay overnight in the dorms so that you can kind of have that real student experience there. And then if you can, attend a regular tour. While I mentioned tours, we have a college tour coming up this summer, and I'll provide the details later on in the broadcast. And then also go to the incoming freshman open houses. Most schools typically have that, so you want to make sure that you attend that open house so you can make your final decision as well, and then attend any classes that they might have where you can actually shadow a student. I would also recommend reaching out to the professor at the schools to learn more about the program or the major that you might be going into. I mean, really, who else is best to tell you about your major or the classes other than the professor that's teaching it or the student that is actually in the course? So my last point under this one is under research is to talk to trusted family, talk to teachers, talk to mentors, talk to counselors about your options. I have often connected my clients, my students, with current students at an institution, alumni, working professionals, to provide them some insight when students are stuck on making that final decision. So sometimes getting that insight from people that are in the field or who have a real world experience, or alumni or students, they can provide a different perspective than you could see actually going on the website or actually visiting the school. So point number 5 for you is, after we went through all this, don't forget to make your final decision. It is so important to follow the instructions on your acceptance package so that you can notify the university of your final decision and that you want to attend their school. If you don't let them know that you want to attend, then they don't know you want to attend. So make sure you follow that directions. And then also be nice. You know, IO likes nice people. So I would also recommend that if you decide that you're not going to a certain school, make sure that you notify the school that you're not attending. The reason being is that you are probably making a space available to a student that really wants to go to the school but has been placed on the waiting list. So free up that space so that that student that really wants to go to that school can attend. And then my final piece of advice is to all students, to all 12th graders, is to finish high school strong. Keep your grades up. I know it feels like you've already arrived, but key thing to remember is you are not done yet. Your admissions may be contingent, and I say contingent, on your final transcripts. So any severe drop in your grades can result in your admissions or any of your scholarships which were offered to you being taken back. So no slacking off. Okay, so those were my 6 points. Let me just go back through them really quick. So number 1 was check your email and your mailbox on a regular basis. 2 is don't rush to make your decision. You have until the deadline, the stated deadline, to commit. And then number 3 is review and compare your financial aid packages carefully. 4 is research the college to narrow down your options. Point number 5 was make the university aware of your final decision. And then, of course, number 6 is to finish strong. So I hope I was able to help someone with this information. If you found that after watching this broadcast you may need some additional support during your college admissions process, we offer several services to meet you at any point you find yourself. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us. And also, if you found this broadcast helpful, please share it out with your network. Tag a friend that you think that will benefit from the information. Okay, so if you would like us to answer any questions for you after this broadcast, feel free to like our Facebook page and post your questions on our wall. Email us at info@uscexperts.com, or you can call us at 301-744-0456. We offer an introductory call, and that introductory call is 20 minutes, and we discuss your concerns and see how we can help you during the college admissions process. And so you can also book that appointment through our Facebook page through the Book Now link. For you. And before I go, I want to personally invite you to register for US College Experts Summer 2017 College Tour. We've now added additional dates and 2 different options. We now have the 1-day and the 2-day college tour option. The 1-day is $149 per person, and the 2-day 1 night is $300 if you decide to be in a room of 4 people, or $375 if you just want to be in a room with 2 people. This price includes all meals, transportation, admissions, sessions, tours, and accommodations for those who will be doing the overnight trip. If you have a group that caters to 8th through 12th graders, we invite you to attend. If our dates for whatever reason clash with your organization's summer tour, your summer activities, then we can provide and arrange private tours for you. So please do visit our website. One other thing I wanted to make you aware of is our summer is going to be jam-packed. We're about helping students this summer to achieve their goals of getting into the school that they really want to get into. So this summer we're offering an intensive college application boot camp. This is a 3-day course, and it's designed for rising 12th graders who are serious about making significant progress on their college admissions applications during the course of the summer. The goal is to have students on track with completing their applications before they return back to school in the fall. So the cost for that is $329. A discount is also provided for students who want to bundle and add a college tour to it. So please feel free to check out our website for more details about the college application bootcamp, as well as our other programs. We offer payment plans, so if you find that the cost of the program is an issue, we can definitely make our payment arrangements for you. Okay, so please always remember that U.S. College Experts is here and we want to partner with you. And so I want to thank you. It's been fun chatting with you guys tonight. Make sure if you have questions that do come up over the course of the week or while you're watching the broadcast, to leave them in the comment section, or feel free to email us or call us. Thank you and God bless.